Welcome into Borleski Stadium Suites, back at home against the Cowlitz Blackbears. Hello everybody, I'm your broadcaster for today's ball game. Drew Alba here on the mic. Pre-game, we got to talk to Suites manager Colby Waterlow on what he thinks is the secret. And if 100 gorillas or 100 Leo Riveras would meet each other, so make sure to watch this edition of Countdown with Colby.
It is the official vegetable of the state of Washington, and it has been an important source of prosperity for many.
Drew Alba here with manager of the Walla Walla Suites, Colby Waterlow, for another edition of Countdown with Colby, here back at home. And Colby, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Billy, I asked Troy, I asked Colby. Did you think that was gone last night off the bat?
Oh, never a doubt. Come on, Drew. Never a doubt.
Of course.
It was enough to get the heart rate going a little bit. Portland is just a notorious tough place to win, and so there's plenty of stories where, I think the Patriots come into the ninth inning in a similar situation, and they're able to come back and take the win. So, it's always in the back of your mind just the difficulty it is to get wins there. And I was happy to see it fall short. I was happy to see Billy stop running on the warning track and make that grab, and get out of there with a nice salvage on the game 3.
4-hour bus ride back here. How long would the bus ride have felt if that ball did go over the fences? Probably twice that.
Yeah, twice. Make it 8 hours and call it good. But it was, of course, you still lose the series, but it's good to, hand the Patriots their first loss. We did out of there with a win, and first team to knock them off in 12 games. So that's a good sign, I think, for things to come this season.
You go into every game with obviously wanting to win that game, but 1 of 3 in Portland. I know obviously you're wanting more, but that's not bad at all. You'll leave 1 of 3, and now there's some momentum riding back home. Cowlitz struggling on the other side. Ideally 2 of 3, maybe even a potential sweep. But how do you get game number 1 here?
Yeah, I think it's we flip our focus, right? It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. What happened last night happened last night, and we had the long bus ride. We had some guys trying to catch up on some rest today, and so now we come out. It's a new day, fresh start. Yeah, against an opponent who's maybe struggled a little bit out of the gates, but it's the West Coast League, and every team is strong. Every team has great players, and so I think it's coming in knowing that, hey, it's a new night. We need to turn our focus to what we can control this evening and go out there, set the tone for a nice long homestand. Trying to call Borleski home and avoid the hotels and the bus rides for at least a week. So that'll be good.
Undefeated at Borleski so far still.
Hey,
3-0.
Come on, Drew.
Who
really?
knows? Oh,
you haven't learned, bro.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I did mention they didn't make an error, and I'm pretty sure the next night at Yakima
was Springfield.
Oh, Springfield, yes. Wasn't the best showing, but, we've stopped away from that. Maybe, I'll cut that out of the video. Who knows? Anyways, where was I? Yes, okay, you look on the mound. Trey's up there. He started, I think, game 1 against Ridgefield last week. A pretty up and down start. What do you expect out of him?
I think he's continuing to get better. I think he's continuing to learn, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Young guy coming out of high school, headed into, hasn't thrown a college inning, right, on campus at a college. And so I think there's some learning curve, I think, that's taking place, which is the fun part about summer baseball. It's the fun part about being a pitching coach and getting to work with these guys is some of the stuff that he had so much success in high school doing is, you can get away with it to an extent, but once the scouting report gets out, teams start to kind of figure it out a little quicker than they maybe did at the high school level. So for him, I think a big part of it is being able to still utilize his strong fastball. It's got great velo, it's got good ride to it, but I think a separator for him is the ability to throw off-speed pitches for strikes and mix those in throughout counts to help keep hitters off balance. I think Ridgefield did a good job against him of getting on time for the fastball. It was the first club that he's faced that was actually able to get the barrel to the fastball, and they hit him around a little bit. And so we talked about it during the outing against Ridgefield, and he made a small adjustment in that start. But now I think from the get-go is, hey, can you mix? Can you keep hitters a little bit more off balance so they can't just guess what pitches come in as frequent as Ridgefield did?
Some of that experience still working. But, hey, summer ball, that's what it's about, right?
That's exactly right.
Yeah, so, maybe this is wrong me, but, first 12 games in, I think your coaching style, pitching-wise, kind of letting guys go a little bit longer than maybe some other guys out there. The leash seems to be long, but at what point do you kind of draw it in and say we're going to change things up?
Yeah, I think a lot of stuff for us is health and stamina, arm strength dependent. you know, we're making conscious decisions, trying to make sure that we're not overusing guys. The beauty of summer baseball and just the nature of how the schedule runs its course as well is we're adding more and more pitchers, right? Even up till today, adding a few new arms in the bullpen that can come in and take a little bit of the workload off some of the guys that we've become familiar seeing out there so often here early.
Sure.
So that's a part of it. I think the other thing too is I think part of the development part is learning to pitch through some of those struggles, right? Like you get a little shaky, and we have an excellent defense behind guys, no matter what combination we run out there. And so it's like, hey, can we aim a little bit more on the plate? Can we challenge hitters to force them to hit the baseball and know that if the ball's put in play, we're going to make the play 9 times out of 10. And so kind of giving that reassurance to get back in there with confidence, go throw it with good conviction, and go right at the hitters.
I think especially the last 10, maybe 15 years in the MLB, but also towards college ball now, it's a lot of looking at lefty-lefty matchups, lefty-righty, etc. Maybe third time around the lineup, you switch it up. How much does that kind of go into your philosophy of switching guys on the mound?
There's a little bit of that. You know, I think I'm starting to feel myself as we're getting into games, especially as we get to third time around for some of our starters. You know, the pitch count's starting to get up where they might only have an inning or two left. And if it's a situation where, hey, we're getting to the point where third time through the lineup, you know, the guys have seen them 3 times. They maybe only have 1 more inning left to go on their pitch count and where we want to use them. Why don't we just make the switch now, keep arms healthy, keep guys more fresh, and also make the offense adjust to a new look on the mound. And so we are making some of those in-game adjustments. I think our coaching staff as a whole has done an excellent job of managing the bullpen, of managing our personnel, and so I'm expecting that to continue as we go forward.
I think Figueroa is, a perfect example of that. You bring him in yesterday and kind of, obviously he's got that kind of funky arm slot. You bring him in, he goes 2 1/3 scoreless, and kind of bail your guys out of a few different bases loaded situations. Portland 16 runners left on. Does that make you feel good, bad? Like what's the feeling of that?
It makes me feel great.
Right.
You know, I think
denying opportunities.
Yeah, we're denying opportunities. We're giving up base hits, and some guys are getting on base. A walk or hit by pitch here and there. Not ideal, but when it comes down to it, our guys are making big pitches when it matters. Our guys are competing. They're not giving in. I don't think as a staff, for the most part all year, we've really had a situation that we compound a bad inning because of stuff that we give. There's some times where maybe a hit or a walker hit by pitch and then a hit does some damage. But for the most part, we're not. It's not a merry-go-round. We're not walking guys around the bases, knock on wood, and and so I think that's what we like to see. And I think there's a little bit too of. Even last night, we had a couple examples of trying to develop a relationship for the pitchers to also give us some insight as to where they're at, right?
Right,
Guy like Figueroa goes 2 1/3, and hey, he's starting to feel a little bit tired, and we've got the guys in the bullpen to hand the ball over to someone else. Versus a guy like Trevor Stowe, we get to that 9th inning last night, and he wanted the ball in his hand. He wanted to go back out there with a chance to try to finish that thing. He poured it all out there. We got to the point that, hey, we need to make sure we get him off the mound before he gets too deep, and we hand the ball over to Colby Solomon, and who in 3 pitches gets us right out of that thing and ends that game. So.
Yeah, balance between listening to your players, but also doing what's best for the team.
Yeah, a lot of trust in those guys, right? They know themselves the best, and there's something to be said about the guy that wants to go compete. He wants the ball in his hands. He wants to embrace the opportunity that he's given here in summer ball, and even going out there at one point last night in the mound visit, it was, hey, this is the situation that you dream about being in, right? Late against an undefeated team with multiple runners on base with 2 outs. Can you make the big pitch to get out of it? It was with Stowe on the mound, and we did, right? We got a strikeout, I believe, to end the inning, and so just putting guys and giving them the freedom and the empowerment to say, like, hey, you're the guy. Like, let's go get these guys out. Let's go right at them and then, hand the ball over.
Back here in Borleski Stadium, if you want to watch the full countdown with Kobe, it will be live on our YouTube channel. But first pitch is off and underway from Trey Morse. It runs a little bit high, and first pitch, 6:33, a couple minutes early here on a slightly cloudy day in Walla Walla, Washington. The next offering is fouled right back. Evens up the count, a ball and a strike here with nobody out. Top of the first inning, Sweets and the Cowlitz Blackbears in game 1 between these two sides. Morse deals. Once more, it goes behind the netting. We'll do it again, a ball and 2 strikes. Defensively for the Sweets, over at first base, Zane Bidwell, a 3-hit day yesterday in the DH position. He's the next offer on a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a slider that runs off the plate, and it's out number 1. Brings up Paston Bigby. At second base, Trevor T. He was off for a family emergency in yesterday's ball game, but he is back. Shortstop Troy Sanders been holding that down for 4 games straight now. Billy Scaldaferri is going to take over at third base. Was in left field and robbed the game-winning home run against Portland last night. It's the first offering to Bigby. Hits the inside corner, 0-1. In left field, Andrew Demino. In center, Cole Rogers. And rounding out the lineup in right field, Johnny Backus. The 0-1 on the way, skips low. Count moves even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Over on the other side, Tyler Nelson led off the Blackbears. He struck out. Brings a pass to Bigby, who's currently up, and Finnegan Stewart, the first 3 batters. The 1-1 misses just a whisker low. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Sweets lost the series in Portland 2-1 as the 2-1 trails in. This one's laced back into the netting. Count evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes. But a little bit of momentum as the Sweets come in to Borleski Stadium with a win. A 5-3 victory over the Portland Pickles in last night's ball game. The 2-2 caught him looking inside black. Back-to-back Ks for Trey Morse. What a start.
Batting third, the left fielder number 19, Finnegan Stewart.
So it brings up the left fielder, Finnegan Stewart. The righty bat with the classic wood first half and the black barrel. The first offering on the way, trails and misses inside, 1-0. Stewart faces the windup and the 1-0 deal. Misses away, 2 balls and no strikes. Reminiscent to the series in Yakima a week ago, where the Sweets lose the first 2 games, then win the Thursday night contest before coming home and sweeping the Raptors as the 2-0 right down Main Street. 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. Trey Morse, the righty arm, committed to Gonzaga University, incoming freshman, the 2-1. Misses low and away. Count was 3 balls and 1 strike. So much talent for Trey Morse. Works with a 4-seam fastball, touches the low 90s, his primary pitch, but he also throws a curveball, slider, and a changeup. The 3-1 popped sky high, meanders down the right field line, moves into the seating, and it hits the concourse for strike number 2. Full count here with 2 outs and nobody on. Sweets and Blackbears tied up at 0-0 here in the top of the first inning. The Sweets do hope it's the same as it was against the Raptors. A sweep last weekend here at Borleski. The payoff pitch misses up and away. It's ball number 4 and the first base runner for the Blackbears as Stewart reaches on a 6-pitch walk.
Batting fourth, the first baseman number 2, Trenton Rowan.
Brings up Trenton Rowan, the first baseman in today's contest, the lefty bat. Goes to Utah Valley, didn't play last season. Transferred from Seward County where he hit .334 first offering. A little bit low, 1-0. Something that continually happened in the Pickles series. The Sweets faced off with the Pickles and they get the first couple outs and then let them get on base with 3 passes. Ended up being trouble. The 1-0 on the way. Up and inside, 2-0. Morse obviously trying to change that fact. Morse, 2 balls, no strikes. Here to Rowan. The pitch on the way. Catches. The pitch, up and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. Sweets and Blackbears tied up at 0-0. Hitters count. Three balls and a strike to the Erie, Colorado kid. A big swing and a miss. Count moves full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. the second straight 3-2 count, this time to Poffenroth. Three-two. Popped up, sky high. Bidwell, first baseman, moves under it, calls off everyone else. Camps makes the play, and it's out number 3. So 4 up, 3 down, 1 left on, and the Sweets up in the bottom of the first inning, 0-0. Just about as easy as you can get it. On the other side, Walla Walla with their first chance to strike. Don't go anywhere on the Walla Walla Sweets Network.
Visit Sweet Panza Pizzeria, open Monday through Saturday.
Del Taco proudly supports the Walla Walla Sweets. Visit Del Taco on Meadowbrook Boulevard near Walmart and enjoy fresh food at a fair price. Try our tacos, burritos, and some of our best kept secrets: burgers, shakes, and crinkle cut fries. At Del Taco, we cook our pinto beans from scratch, freshly grate cheddar cheese, hand chop whole tomatoes, and slice avocados to bring you a meal that is unfreshing believable. Del Taco.
It's now easier than ever to stay in touch on your smartphone, tablet, or computer with local community news, sports, and information from the Walla Walla Valley. Visit the Union Bulletin online and get the best in local sports and photography, plus trusted, need-to-know local community news and information. The UB is proud to support the Sweets and the Valley's communities and schools. Join the conversation at union-bulletin.com.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Welcome back into the booth. The first pitch on the way, popped foul from Troy Sanders, the shortstop. Player of the game in yesterday's ball game. Went 3 for 4 with a walk and a big 2 RBI single in the 7th inning to ultimately give the Sweets the win. The 0-1 on the way from Sherwood, inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Matthew Sherwood out on the hill for the Cowlitz Blackbears, 6'5", righty pitcher out of PLU. Sets, deals, lined, left side, going foul. Hit well on the screws. Seen it a couple times in yesterday's ball game. Sanders barrels it up, just pulls it a little bit foul. Ended up getting it down the line as it hit the chalk in the 7th inning, like I mentioned. Wind blowing right to left on an overcast day here in Walla Walla. The first time I have said not blue skies. The 1-2 on the way with nobody out. Fouled back, we will do it again. Low 70 degrees here in Walla Walla. Let's take a look at the defensive lineup for the Cowlitz Blackbears. At first base, Trenton Rowan. Second base, Nicky Garitano. Over at short, Tyler Nelson. And rounding out the infield at third base, Matthew Henning. As the 1-2 catches the outside black, Sanders stares and can't believe the call. Either way, goes down as a strikeout looking for out number 1. Trevor Teague steps in. Over in left field, Finnegan Stewart straight away. Josh Hansen in center, and Gavin Poffenroth in right field. Sherwood already 2 starts with the Blackbears, a 3.11 ERA through 8 2/3 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, allowed just 2 walks. The pitch, swing and a miss out in front of a changeup, and it's 0-1 here to Trevor T. Like I mentioned, T not with the team yesterday in Portland, took a trip back down to his home in California, and now right back up here in Walla Walla. The 0-1. Hard hit ball right back up the middle. Sherwood snags it from the sky on the bounce. Flips it over to first base. Rowan squeezes the glove, and it's out number 2. 2 up, 2 down brings up Tanner Kern.
Batting third, the designated hitter number 19, Tanner Kern.
Brings up Tanner Kern, the West Coast League Player of the Week last week. Not as productive of a series against the Pickles. Still a couple of base hits. Walked 4 times. The first pitch to Kern. Trails and hits the bottom of the zone. 0-1. Kern wiggles his bat with 2 outs. Sherwood gets the sign. Waves one off and now fires. Big swing. Can't find anything but air, and it's 0-2. Kern, so many tools from Sacramento State University, now in the transfer portal. A showcase, the 0-2. Fly high into shallow center field. Moving under it is the shortstop, and making the play, Trevor Nelson, and that will be that. Top of the second we go, Sweets and Blackbears. No score, 0-0. We'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Network.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbotsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the Sweets catch some W's. Wins, that is.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you.
To the top of the second we go. Still no score here at Borleski Stadium. As the first pitch for Morse, a fly high ball out towards shallow left field. Moving under it, the center fielder Rogers. He makes the play, and it's out number 1. Gavin Poffenroth goes down on one swing, and it brings up the catcher Will Jeske.
The catcher number 44, Will Jeske.
Jeske steps in, the righty bat, faces the righty's deal. Hits the bottom of the zone, 0-1. From the stretch, the pitch on the way. Hard chopper, third base side, meanders into foul territory. Early on, Morse ahead, 0-2. Morse gets the sign from Nikhil Beasley, who had a couple of off days the last 2 games. The 0-2 on the way runs well up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Morse working quickly. Wind up. And the 1-2 pitch. Hard hit ball out towards left center field. High in the sky, moving under it. The left fielder, Demonu, makes the play, and it's out number 2. Trey Morse in 2 starts with the Sweets, 8 innings pitched, a 9-point ERA with 10 strikeouts. A K for 9, above 9, so always where you want to be from a pitcher. Obviously the 9-point ERA, not ideal. Should work through it quickly though. The first offering on the way. Inside outside swing, right field, Backus camps under it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Morse cooking with butter early on. Only needed single-digit pitches in the top of the second. How about that? We move to the bottom of the second frame. We'll be back right after this. Sweets with the chance to scratch the scoreboard first on the Walla Walla Sweets Network.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Back at Borleski. Where else do you want to be on a Friday night? Low 70 degrees, overcast day. Heck, it's a pretty good day for baseball, but then again, every day is a good day to play ball. On the bottom of the second, Sweets and Blackbears tied up at 0-0. The pitch to Scaldaferri runs in the dirt. Ball 1 to Billy. Out there on the hill, Matthew Sherwood, the big 6'5" righty, the 1-0. Just a little bit outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Scaldaferri yesterday robbed Portland's hearts and dreams of a 12-0 start. They were 11-0 as the 2-0 is popped high to left field. A little bit in the wind, ranging back, Finnegan Stewart at the wall, and it's gone! A home run for Billy Scaldaferri.
That's a Baskin-Robbins blast.
My goodness, that ball was hit so high in the air, found the slipstream, and look at that, it's on top. 1-0 over the Blackbears here in the bottom of the second. All right, if you couldn't tell, I did not think that was getting out. Nor did left fielder Finnegan Stewart, just kept ranging until it was too late. The first pitch to Bidwell misses downstairs, ball 1. How about that? The first homer for Scaldaferri with the Sweets. The 1-0. This one's a weakly hit ball out towards left field, moving under, and Nelson, the shortstop, makes the play as he ranges to his right, reaches over his shoulder, and squeezes his right-handed glove for out number 1. 1 gone. Sweets on top 1-0 as it brings up Johnny Backus. I'm still shocked that got out.
Johnny
Not that Scaldaferri doesn't have that power, but that was a pop-up in my eyes. Listen, you know, it's not the biggest of ballparks, but still, the first pitch to Backus curves and hits the bottom corner. The wind really is blowing right to left. You can see the American flag. Pretty much the whole thing as it moves from right to left in center field. The 0-1 to Backus. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. Johnny Backus has had a strikeout problem. He would tell you that himself. Backus, double-digit Ks since the 0-2. Inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Near the top of the league in Ks. In 27 at-bats, 14 strikeouts. K rate over 50%. You want to be somewhere around that 20% range. With 1 out, another 2-strike count. Here to Backus, the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the woes continue for Johnny Backus as it's out number 2 here in the bottom of the second inning. Sweets on top 1-0.
The left fielder number 41, Andrew Deviano.
Brings up Andrew Devenu. The righty bat faces the first offering, the pitch. Scrapes the corner for 0-1. In yesterday's ball game, Demonu goes 0 for 2, but did draw 2 walks. The pitch on the way, up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Demonu 1 for 4 in his first game with the Sweets, so 1 for 6 overall. The 1-1. A little bit low and downside. That one was close. 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. And in 167 on the year, just 6 at-bats, like I said. The righties deal to the righty bat. Catches the outside blag. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Demonu.
Oh, yeah? Yeah,
Sherwood, set at the bell. The PLU kid. The pitch. Outside. Sherwood, initially out of Valencia, California, makes the trip north to not only play at PLU, but play with the Cowlitz Blackbears. Incoming junior. The pitch. A little bit low, and Demonu takes his base. No reason to get too fancy. And a base runner with 2 outs for the Sweets. Lineup continues to Nikhil Beasley.
Catcher number 13, Nikhil Beasley.
Beasley 1 hit on the year, 1 for 10. Hasn't played since Tuesday night in Portland. It's a few rest days. The first offering to Beasley, just a little bit outside, ball 1. Owen Estabrook out of Columbia University took his spot in the latter 2 games against the Pickles. A good performance from Estabrook as well. Should see him and Beasley split time for the most part, as the next pitch misses a little bit outside, 2-0. Both Estabrook and Beasley very stout behind the plate. Estabrook maybe slightly better as a bat though, so we'll see how that plays into count as the throw goes over to first base, and Demonu's in a pickle. Chasing him down as back and forth is Garatino and Rowan. Garatino eventually tags him on the bat, and it's out number 3. Demonu gets caught in a pickle, and the threat dies there. Nikhil Beasley is going to be back up in the bottom of the 3rd inning, but they reach the top of the 3rd inning, rolling here in Walla Walla. We'll be back right for this on the Walla Walla Sports Network.
What would you do with an extra $200? Go shopping? Buy that new barbecue for summer? We're making it easy to earn extra cash when a new member opens a free Ascend checking at P1FCU using the promo code MY200. You'll get $200 deposited in your account if you meet the requirements. Open your account and learn how to earn $200 at p1fcu.org/my200. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
Anything else?
Yeah, can I get some napkins?
Sure. That'll be $1.
For a napkin?
Ridiculous, right? You know what else doesn't make sense? Some people are still paying for their checking accounts. Some places it's $12 a month. At P1FCU, we believe some things should just be free. Open your Ascend checking with tons of great benefits at p1fcu.org/free.
Top of the 3rd we go. Nobody out, and we just get started. After a quick couple of innings, Sweets on top, 1-0. In the bottom of the 2nd frame, Billy Scaldaferra gets things going with a homer out towards left field.
Third baseman number 34, Matthew Henning.
Comes set, and the pitch fouled back. 0-1 on the way. Matthew Henning, the 3rd baseman, the righty bat, faces Morse for the first time. The pitch once again hits the netting behind the plate. 0-2. Kicks and deals. Check swing, waves, and it's strike number 3. Oh my goodness, that was dirty. Morse outside corner. Penning waves at it, decides to do a 30% swing, and it's strikeout number 3.
Nicky Garitano.
Brings up the 9-hole hitter, Nicky Garitano. With 1 out, the first pitch. Once again, it's fouled back. 0-1. Morse gets the sign from Beasley. Kicks, deals, shows bunt, pulls away, and misses a hair low for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Morse. The 1-1. Flied back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. You see a lot of these guys getting slightly under the baseball. Morse's fastball kind of zips up at the hands instead of running down like a traditional fastball. It's the 1-2 trails in. This misses up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Garitano. Batting .308 on the year and 26 ABs. One of the best bats for the Blackbears. At the 2-0 is slammed out towards right field. Backus moves under it, dives. Did he make the play? He did! A Superman dive from the California kid, and it's out number 2. Backus goes full belly into the grass, flashes the leather. How about it? So 2 down, so the lineup turns around, this time to Nelson. First pitch, up and in, hits the corner though for 0-1. Morse working quickly. The 0-1 on the way. Curveball dances, clips the middle, and it's 0-2 now on the way. Morse gets the sign. He is working quickly. The pitch. Slider just a little bit off the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs. The pitch. Skips in, devoured by the dirt. Nelson hitting .200 on the year in 35 ABs with 7 base hits. Deuces wild. The pitch. Curveball. Hits. Oh my goodness. Not called ball 3. The entire infield, including Tyler Nelson, was walking back to the dugout. That curveball looked like it caught the entire zone. 3-2. That time you got him looking. Strike 3. You can't do it once. Why not do it twice? You know that game horse, prove it? Yeah, he proved it there. We enter the bottom of the 3rd inning. Trey Morse is dealing. Sweets on top 1-0. We stay here on the Walla Walla Sweets Radio Network.
Del Taco proudly supports the Walla Walla Sweets. Visit Del Taco on Meadowbrook Boulevard near Walmart and enjoy fresh food at a fair price. Try our tacos, burritos, and some of our best kept secrets: burgers, shakes, and crinkle cut fries. At Del Taco, we cook our pinto beans from scratch, freshly grate cheddar cheese, hand chop whole tomatoes, and slice avocados to bring you a meal that is unfresh and believable. Del Taco.
It's now easier than ever to stay in touch on your smartphone, tablet, or computer with local community news, sports, and information from the Walla Walla Valley. Visit the Union Bulletin online and get the best in local sports and photography, plus trusted, need-to-know local community news and information. The UB is proud to support the Sweets and the Valley's communities and schools. Join the conversation at union-bulletin.com.
To the bottom of the third we go. Sweets on top, 1-0 as Trey Morse, the Sweets pitcher, absolutely cruising. 4 strikeouts, has not allowed a base hit through 3 innings. As Nikhil Beasley steps up for the first time, the pitch on the way, roped, left field, gets down right in front of the left fielder, Finnegan Stewart. Beasley checks in with his second base hit in a Sweet uniform to lead off the bottom of the third. The 9-hole hitter, Cole Rogers, rounds off the lineup for the Sweets.
The center fielder number 1, Cole Rogers.
You see it time and time again. Managers put one of their faster guys, consistent bats, almost like a leadoff type guy in the 9-hole. As the first offering to Rogers misses well high, it gets past the backstop of Jeske. Beasley cruises into second without a throw and a runner in scoring position. The reason for that, obviously, it's clear. Rogers, if he gets on base, the ideology is that A, he gets on base more than the average player in the lineup, and B, when he gets there, double play threat is gone, the 1-0 up high, and more importantly, if Rogers gets in to scoring position, you got, your biggest bats behind you to wave him in. Sweets on top, 1-0. Bottom of the third, the pitch on the way. Roped, right side, one bouncer, skips past Rowan at first base. Beasley holds up at third as Rogers is going to round first to second. He's in a pickle. Beasley reads it at third base, running back and forth and out in between the pickle, Cole Rogers. He thought that Beasley at third was going to round the bases and go home. A base running error, and it's a single, but an out on the base paths for out number 1.
Shortstop number 21, Troy Sanders.
Killer, Sweets, 2 free outs to Cowlitz early on. As Matthew Sherwood will take that every day of the week. Infield playing in with Beasley at third. Troy Sanders faces the first pitch, scorched left side over a hopping shortstop Tyler Nelson. Beasley trots and touches home, and Troy Sanders with his 3rd RBI in his last 3 ABs dating back to yesterday's ball game against Portland, and the Sweets on top 2-0 over Cowlitz in the bottom of the third.
The second baseman, number 31, Trevor T.
Hard hit off the bat. There would be 2 runners on if Cole Rogers didn't get caught in a pickle. Instead, just Sanders on first base to Trevor T. The pitch to T. Check swing, he went 0-1. And T's last AB grounded out to the pitcher. Wiggles his bat. Throw goes over to first base. Sanders dives back in plenty of time. 0-1 with 1 out. Sweets on top 2-0 in the bottom of the third, handing it to Cowlitz early on. Kicks and deals the pitch outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Trevor T, one of the best bats in this Sweets lineup, ranks 5th in terms of average, hitting .333 on the year and 30 ABs. You can do the math. That's double-digit hits for the kid. With 1 out, the 1-1 on the way, chopped, foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes here with 1 out. T, a couple of doubles to his name and a home run out towards left field. He caught the wind in game number 1 back at Borleski Stadium last weekend, a week ago from today. The wind still howling right to left as the pitch misses up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Time and time again, you see players just sky it into left field with enough distance, and it'll find its way out towards left field and potentially over the wall, as Billy Scaldaferri did in the second frame to give the Sweets a 1-0 lead. Runner on first, the 2-2 on the way, fouled back. T stays alive, and we'll do it again. Leans in, gets the sign from Jeske. Sherwood set at the belt. Throw goes over to first. Sanders dives back safely. 2 balls and 2 strikes. T out of Colorado Mesa University did not play, but getting plenty of playing time with the Sweets early on. The 2-2 runs outside. Oh, he rung him up. T doesn't like the call as he breathes out deeply and walks back over to the dugout. And it's out number 2.
The designated hitter number 19, Tanner Kern.
Brings up the big DH bat, Tanner Kern. Hitting .386 on the year. Second for the Sweets. Throw goes over to first base. T scampers back. Entering the Pickles series, Kern hitting .500 on the year. Hot stretch kind of wore off in Portland just a tad as the first pitch is skied up towards left field. Stewart moves under it, makes the play in shallow left, and it's out number 3. Sweets add on another one in the bottom of the 3rd inning off the bat of Troy Sanders. Scoring in the catcher, Nikhil Beasley, and we'll enter the top of the 4th inning on the Walla Walla Sweets Network.
If we win the lottery, we'd remodel our home.
We'd start with the kitchen.
And out back is where the big trucks will go.
Ben, you don't even live here anymore?
Hey, don't forget about Grandma.
Okay, family meeting. Come on.
Welcome to the Ice Dome.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
Back at Borleski, to the top of the 4th we go. Just half-hour game time through a 3rd of the game. And in large part, it's because who's out there on the hill for the Sweets? Trey Morse, dealing, to say the very least. Has not given up a base hit, allowed just 1 base runner, a walk back in the 1st, and 4 strikeouts. The windup in the first pitch on the way to Big B is crushed. Out towards right center field, moving back Backus. He scans, surveys, and it's Rogers, the center fielder, who makes the play as the wind knocks it down for out number 1. I'll tell you what, if Big B was a righty bat and that skies out to left field with the wind working its magic, that is gone every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Instead, hangs up in the wind, and it brings up Stewart as the first pitch clips the inner corner. 0-1 with 1 out. The pitch on the way. Curveball misses downstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch. In at the ankles. 2 balls and 1 strike. Trey Morse, the right-handed arm from Gonzaga, working with some fire as the 2-1 swung inside out, goes into the crowd, hits the concourse down the right field line. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This game flying by as the Sweets are on top 2-0 over the Cowlitz Blackbears. Walla Walla took 1 of 3 in Portland. Might not seem like all that impressive, but the Pickles 11-0 coming into last night's ball game as the 2-2 finds the outside black for strike 3. Finnegan Stewart fooled. And Trey Morse is fooling the entire lineup for the Blackbears. Out number 2. Brings up Trenton Rowan, flew out to first his last time up, ended the first inning. Cowlitz still searching for their first hit. 2 outs. The lefty bat faces the righty's deal. Curveball hits the upper inside corner. 0-1. Trey Morris, wise beyond his years. As the 0-1, a hard chopper. Over towards T. He muffs it for a second, but throws over to first calmly and collects an out, number 3. Would you look at that? End of the 4th inning. Still no runs for Cowlitz, no hits, and we reach the bottom half of the frame. Sweets on top, 2-0. We'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Network.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
To the bottom of the 4th we go. On the other side, Trey Morse dealing for the Sweets. Still has not given up a base hit. The first pitch inside. This one's popped up high into left field. Wind takes it a little bit, but not enough as Stewart camps under it, squeezes his glove, and it's out number 1 as Scaldeferi goes down. Brings up Zane Bidwell. Scaldeferi sent one high into the air, similar to that his last AB, but there was a little bit less velocity. This one even more up in the sky. The first pitch to Bidwell, outside, ball 1. Bidwell in yesterday's ball game, 3 hits in the DH spot, so he gets moved up to the 5-hole after yesterday's ball game and playing first base. The 1-0, swing and a miss out in front of it. Count evens up, a ball and a strike. Bidwell on the year hitting .276. His play earns him a half-year contract. Initially came in as a 10-day guy. The 1-1, cut on and miss, strike 2. That ball down in the dirt. Sky clears up a little bit. Some blue skies overhead, clouds out towards left center, right center, and center field as the 1-2 trails outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind continues to move right to left. Sweets on top, 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning here with 1 out. Sherwood's pitch, poked out towards left field. Center fielder Hansen comes on, can't make the play, and one bounces into his glove. And Bidwell just pokes his wood out there and makes it done. Sometimes all you need is contact, and Bidwell's on the board with his first hit of the night. A guy that could learn a thing or two from Bidwell, Johnny Backus, from the University of Michigan, just having a tough time to make contact. The pitch, up high and away, 1-0. Backus 3 hits on the season, hitting just 100 on the year. Sherwood's 1-0. Hard chopper. Taylor made to second. 4, 6, 3 double play. And that ends the frame. To the top of the 5th we go. Backus grounds out into a double play. Sweets on top, 2-0. We'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Network.
What would you do with an extra $200? Go shopping? Buy that new barbecue for summer. We're making it easy to earn extra cash when a new member opens a free Ascend checking at P1FCU using the promo code MY200. You'll get $200 deposited in your account if you meet the requirements. Open your account and learn how to earn $200 at p1fcu.org/my200. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
Anything else?
Yeah, can I get some napkins?
Sure. That'll be $1.
For a napkin?
Ridiculous, right? You know what else doesn't make sense? Some people are still paying for their checking accounts. Some places it's $12 a month. At P1FCU, we believe some things should just be free. Open your Ascend checking with tons of great benefits at p1fcu.org/free.
To the top of the 5th inning we go. Trey Morse absolutely dealing. Has not given up a run, and we're getting to that point where I can't say how many hits he's given up either. Let's just put it like that. Morse gets the rock, steps on the mound. The thing I'm noticing on Morse is he is working with serious pace. Gets the ball back from Nikhil Beasley, waits maybe a moment. Brings up Gavin Poffenroth. The pitch on the way. Curveball just a hair outside for ball one. 1-0. The pitch, skied, high in the air, stays in the infield. T makes the play in shallow right center, and it's out number 1.
The catcher, number 44, Will just
Trey Morse working to contact, but also has 4 Ks on the day as well. The pitch on the way shows bunt, pulls away, misses a little bit high for ball 1. The 1-0. Clips the top of the frame. 1 ball in, 1 strike here to Jeske. Flew out to left field his last time up. Kicks and deals. Inside. 2 balls and 1 strike as the Sweets are on top 2-0 here in the 5th inning. Gets the sign, quickly deals, 2-1, curveball, upstairs. Hitters count here to Jeske. Pitch. Just a hair inside, doesn't get the call. And the second base runner aboard for the Cowlitz Blackbears in this whole game.
the center fielder, number 23, Josh
Brings up Josh Hansen. Hansen's last time up flew out to right field. In the second inning, all 3 outfielders got some play. There's a pop out to left, center, and right. As the next pitch, runner goes. Nikhil Beasley throws over to second base. Pick can't be made as the ball squirts into center field. Rounding second and heading to third, Jeske, no throw from Rogers. And with 1 out, Cowlitz Blackbears are threatening. T covered second base. Sanders, the backup, and both players couldn't pick the ball. Relied on Rogers sprinting in from center field, and a runner 90 feet away from scoring the Blackbears' first hit of the, or the first run of the game rather, as the 1-0 misses a hair low, 2 balls and no strikes. On deck, Matthew Henning, the 8-hole hitter, the 2-0 on the way. Up and outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Trey Morse in danger of walking 2 straight batters. Takes a breath, slows down and gets the sign. Set at the belt, the 3-0. Fastball right down the middle. 3 balls and 1 strike. Had to have it and he got it. Low 90s. And with 1 out here in the top of the 5th, hitters count once again here to Henning. Green light means go. Pitch, check swing, did he go? He did not. Close call, does not get the benefit of the doubt. And it's back-to-back walks as the double play is now back on. Matthew Henning steps in.
Matthew Henning.
There's going to be a mound visit. Out there on the hill, the first real trouble Trey Morse has felt this entire game. Back in the first inning, allowed a walk with 2 outs. But then right after that, Trenton Rowan flew out to first base, and the threat ended. And now here in the 5th, starts out nice and easy with a fly out to second, and then Jeske and Hansen goes back-to-back walks. Brings up Matthew Henning. Did strike out his last time up. Henning on the year, still searching for that first hit in 6 at-bats without a knock. Morse peeks at first. Set at the belt with 1 out. The 0-1 on the way. Shows bunt, pulls away, hits the outside black. One out, 0-1. Morse leans in, gets the sign. Bunt shows again. Nikhil Beasley stops it and is caught in between first and second base. Josh Hansen. Nikhil Beasley trying to make a play, but Zane Bidwell crashing on the play. So far away from his bag, there was no one to throw the ball to. Wind blowing out towards left center field. Sweets on top 2-0 as Morse takes a peek over at first base. Comes set at the belt. The 1-1 on the way. Check swing. He went around. Strike 2. Heater up and in. Would you look at that? The pitch. Poked out towards right field. Gets down for the first base hit of the day. And Cowlitz with their first run of the afternoon. Scoring from third base, Will Jeske. And the Cowlitz Blackbears on the board, 2-1.
The second baseman, number 7, Nicky Garitano.
Just like that, brings up Nicky Garitano. With 1 out, runners at first and second. The righties deal outside 1-0. On deck, Tyler Nelson, the leadoff bat, struck out twice. Garitano flew up to left his last time up. Sweets hanging on to a 2-1 lead. Top of the 5th, Morse deals, shows bunt, gets it down, but it hits the plate. Runs foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Garitano hitting .308 on the year, one of the best bats in this Cowlitz lineup that has struggled for the most part. From Las Vegas, Nevada, goes to UNLV now, just down the road. With 1 out, Morse takes a peek at second, the 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. I've always found it funny, people who grow up in Vegas, because obviously it's such a poppin' town for people kind of to come in, come out, gamble their life savings away, maybe have a good time while you do it, but growing up there, could not imagine. The 1-2. Fly ball, center field, Rogers barely has to move, makes the play for out 2. The throw goes over to third base, keeping Hansen at bay, and it's 2 outs in the bottom, or top of the 5th rather. Lineup turns around to Tyler Nelson. Now Nelson's from Salem, Utah. Utah's also an interesting place to grow up. I went to Utah when a few years back in high school, and the biggest thing I remember, other than the national parks, etc., I went to, there was places you could just get soda. Like, that's all they sold. The next pitch is smoked out towards left center field. This finds the outfield grass. Coming onto the ball, Demonu. The throw goes over to third base, and rounding third and scoring, Josh Hansen. And the Sweets and the Blackbears tied up at 2 apiece. Henning moves over to third, and the corners are hot. With 2 outs, a big piece of hitting, and it brings up Paxton Bigby. Tyler Nelson can get it done. We've seen it before. Nelson hitting above the Mendoza line now with that base hit. Two outs, the pitch, downstairs. 1-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Cowlitz strikes back. A pair of base hits after not collecting a knock all afternoon, and we're tied up at 2-2. Morse from the belt stares in. The righty deal, foul back. Evens on 1 ball and 1 strike. Bigby hitting just 200 on the year, right at that Mendoza, in 29 at-bats. The throw goes over to first base, diving back safely, Tyler Nelson. Set, kicks, steals, downstairs. 2 balls and a strike for 2 outs. Runners still on the corners here in the 5th frame. Tied up at 2 apiece. Morse looks in, kicks and deals. Hard chopper, first base side. Rides the chalk for a moment and goes foul. Stays right there at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bigby playing DH today. Shoreline Community College. With Shoreline hit 286 with a pair of home runs. A speedy base runner as well, despite playing DH. 10 stolen bags. You can see that often. Pitch on the way, runner goes. It gets past Beasley, coming around third and scoring Matthew Henning. Just like that. Trey Morse, which once looked dominant, now gives up 3 earned runs. That on the wild pitch. The count reads full.
Birthdays in July.
The next pitch on the way. More set. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Wave and a miss for strike 3. And it's out number 3. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Cowlitz doesn't just scrape across 1. They get 3 and take the lead 3-2. We'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Network.
Do you have real estate to sell? Consider United Country. United Country is the only national real estate system specializing in rural and small town real estate. In fact, over 600,000 people will browse our online listings this month at unitedcountry.com. One may be looking for property just like yours. Will yours be there?
No one knows the country like we do. United Country.
Find an office near you at unitedcountry.com.
It's now easier than ever to stay in touch on your smartphone, tablet, or computer with local community news, sports, and information from the Walla Walla Valley. Visit the Union Bulletin online and get the best in local sports and photography, plus trusted, need-to-know local community news and information. The UB is proud to support the Sweets and the Valley's communities and schools. Join the conversation at union-bulletin.com.
Every great Walla Walla adventure begins at visitwallawalla.com. Take in the wineries before a single cork is pulled. Explore the menus before you enjoy the restaurants. Catch a concert before it hits the stage. Discover the trails before you take them on. From a world of recreation and arts and culture to exciting events and outstanding accommodations, there's always more to discover, and it all starts at visitwallawalla.com.
Powell back 0-1. Welcome back into the broadcast. Sweets trail 3-2 as Cowlitz scrapes 3 across.
Hey, Cody.
The pitch.
They say Tommy
Swing and a miss.
doesn't have to lift it as far because his arms are short.
Strike 2.
Thank you, Lori. Okay. That's what we said, too.
The 0-2 on the way. Chopper right back up the middle. Collecting it, Sherwood. Throw goes over to first, and it gets past the first baseman. Rounding first base, heading to second base, Demanu. And just like that, the Sweets have their base runner in scoring position on an E1.
The catcher number 13, Nikhil Beasley.
So a runner on second base. Wind continues to blow right to left. Brings up Nikhil Beasley. Singled his last time up in the 3rd inning. The pitch. Hits the outside black 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Nobody out. Runner on second base. The 0-1 on the way. Hard hit back up the middle. Over is the shortstop, Nelson. The throw goes to first base, running and just beating him for out number 1. Beasley on his horse, almost beat that out. 1 out, runner on second.
The center fielder number 1, Cole Rock.
Matthew Sherwood's pitch on the way. A little bit high, ball 1 here to Cole Rogers. Rogers waves his bat a few times. With 1 out, Sweets trail 3-2. The pitch up and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Demanu on second base. Here in the bottom of the 5th frame, Sweets trail by 1. The 2-0. Well away, 3-0. Three balls, no strikes, bottom of the 5th. Rogers waves his bat a few times, singled his last time up. This one hits the inside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike. The pitch, up high. Ball 4, Rogers takes his base. Runners on first and second now as the lineup turns around.
Now batting, the shortstop number 21, Troy Sanders.
Troy Sanders is going to step up, and that prompts a mound visit. Matthew Sherwood is dealing. We'll see his day is done as manager Dan Spencer comes out and chats it up with him. So a quick conversation here with 2 on. If I had to guess, Sherwood's going to stay out there. Sherwood stays out there. Spencer walks back over to the dugout. Brings up Troy Sanders. The big bat singled his last time up. 1 for 2. He's a serious threat. Hitting .286 on the year. The pitch goes over to second base. We'll do it again. Sanders waves his bat a few times with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 5th, 2 on, threatening. The pitch on the way. Hard chopper, left side, goes over to third baseman Henning, goes over to second for 1. No play over to first base as Nelson covered second. He had to miraculously make a diving play while touching the bag. Cole Rogers thinks he was safe at second base. Manager Colby Waddle goes out, wants to chat it up. The fans in the stands, albeit Sweets fans, and myself included, thought Nicky Garatino at second base left the bag. A circus-style catch. Maybe his right cleat just nicked the bag. Cole Rogers is still out there standing at second base. This is obviously a big call. Sweets trail by 1. Manager Colby Waterloo goes back, shakes his head, and Cole Rogers is out. So officially 2 outs, and the runners are on first and third. Brings up Trevor T with a runner at third base. Down by 1. A golden opportunity here in game number 1 against the Cowlitz Blackbears at home. Wind continues to swirl right to left. Matthew Sherwood trying to get through 5 frames, giving up just 2 runs. The pitch looked at and clips the outside corner. 0-1 here with 2 outs. Trevor T 0 for 2 on the day, but he is due. Come into the contest hitting .333. Really started to heat up in his last 2 games against the Portland Pickles before missing yesterday's ball game. The 0-1. Shot out of a cannon, out towards left field, going, done! Trevor T sends it yard, and the Sweets on top, 5-3. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Trevor T clubbers a fastball, sends it over the Whitman College sign in left field. Talk about it, getting it done when the moment's the biggest. With 2 on, T rises to the occasion, sends it out to left, and now Matthew Sherwood's gonna get pulled from this ball game, but just 1 pitch too late. T makes him pay, and we'll take a break. Sweets on top, 5-3 over the Blackbears. Life back into this Sweets offense. We'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Network.
What would you do with an extra?
Introducing the limited edition Budweiser Discovery Reserve, brewed to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the moon landing. An American red lager with a light hoppy aroma, followed by a hint of toffee and a crisp finish. Inspired by our archival recipe from the time of the Apollo missions.
Sweets Country, Sweets Baseball is here. Bring your coworkers, friends, church groups, and more to celebrate at historic Borleski Stadium. The best way to celebrate any event is at the Sweet Spot Party Deck, presented by Key Technology. Enjoy all-you-can-eat food and soft drinks from the gates open until the end of the 3rd inning. Groups of 75 people or more receive special menu selection options, so be sure to make your reservation today. Call Dan at 509-522-BALL to reserve your night at the Sweet Spot, presented by Key Technology.
At Banner Bank, we know how much it means to feel at home, and our home loan experts are dedicated to helping you achieve your dreams. So whether you're refinancing, making some home improvements, or buying a new place, you can count on us to help you find the right loan. Visit one of Banner Bank's many locations throughout the West, or find us at bannerbank.com. Banner Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Anything else?
Yeah, can I get some napkins?
Sure. That'll be $1.
For a napkin?
Ridiculous, right? You know what else doesn't make sense? Some people are still paying for their checking accounts. Some places it's $12 a month. At P1FCU, we believe some things should just be free. Open your Ascend checking with tons of great benefits at p1fcu.org/free.
Back in business here in the bottom of the fifth. Sweets on top 5-3 with 2 outs as the first pitch trails into Tanner Kern. Off speed clips the entire zone, 0-1. The sun continues to shine out from left field on most of the outfield, infield, in entire shade with 2 outs. The 0-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2 with 2 outs. Matthew Sherwood's day is done. Gives up 5 earned runs in 4 2/3, and Jake Robinson, the lefty arm from Washington State, steps in. Tanner Kern searching for a base hit. With 2 outs, the designated hitter faces the 0-2 count. Check swing, did he go as the ball goes in the dirt? He did not. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And yesterday ball game for the Sweets, Tanner Kern playing first base. Kern goes 1 for 5 on the day. A single in the 5th. 2 outs. Bottom 5. Sweets up 2. The 1-2. Upstairs. Evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes. Set. Delivers. Chopped off his own foot. We'll do it again as Kern hobbles down the first base line. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It was Trevor T that took Matthew Sherwood out of this ball game. Smoked 101 off the bat out towards left center field. Absolutely tattooed that baseball. A 3-run shot. And the Sweets down 1. The scoreboard flips. Now up by 2 over the Cowlitz Blackbears. In game number 1 here at Borleski Ballpark. The 2-2 on the way to Kern. Misses away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tanner Kern, one of his best strengths, knowing where the strike zone is at all times. Not afraid to take 1 walk or several. Kern with 7 walks on the year and 4 hit by pitches. Payoff pitch with 2 outs. Hard bouncer. First base side into foul territory as it squeezes into the netting. We'll do it again, 3-2. Payoff pitch. Pitch. Got him looking outside black, and that'll do it. Out number 3. Tanner Kern goes down on a pitch that just hit the outside, and it's out number 3. The Sweets do tack on 3. A bomb to left field from Trevor T, and the Sweets on top, 5-3. We enter the top of the 6th inning on the Walla Walla Sweets Network.
What would you do with an extra $200? Go shopping? Buy that new barbecue for summer. We're making it easy to earn extra cash when a new member opens a free Ascend checking at P1FCU using the promo code MY200. You'll get $200 deposited in your account if you meet the requirements. Open your account and learn how to earn $200 at p1fcu.org/my200. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
Back in the ballpark, Sweets on top, 5-3. We enter the top of the 6th inning, and a new pitcher out on the hill for Walla Walla. It's the left-handed pitcher from Walla Walla Community College, Ryan Prescott. He can do it both, play in the infield and pitch. The player of the game a few nights ago on a walk-off Sunday night against Ridgefield. Now in as a pitcher. 6'4", lefty arm from Fullerton, California. Obviously just down the road, Walla Walla Community College, so not a super long venture for him. Lifts his leg in the first pitch, misses, no, it hits the top of the zone. 0-1. Finnegan Stewart, the left fielder, faces the lefty's deal. Low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Prescott set. Winds and deals. The 1-1 turns into a 2-1 count as that ball missed a couple lengths to the right. 2 balls, 1 strike. 6th inning. Sweets on top. 5-3. The 2-1. Shot out of a cannon. A one-hopper to T. He gloves it, throws to first in time. Out 1.
The first baseman, number 2, Trenton Rowan.
Trevor T makes it look easy over there at second, but that was smoked. A one-hopper that he picked out of the dirt. And it brings up Trenton Rowan, 0 for 2 on the day, as he taps his cleats a few times. The lefty bat faces the lefty's deal, curves away, an off-speed that misses outside. 1-0. The 1-0 on the way. This one does clip the outside black. Same exact pitch, a curveball, but just a little bit more towards the plate. Gets the call, a ball and a strike. The 1-1 to Rowan. Another curveball. Pours in for a second strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here with 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 6th inning, Sweets on top, 5-3. The 1-2. Hard shot on the ground, up the middle. It gets past the second base bag, rolls into center field, and it's a 1-out single from Trenton Rowan, his first knock of the day.
The right fielder, number 9, Gavin Poffenroth.
Brings up Gavin Poffenroth, 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts. Playing right field today from Vancouver, Washington, just north of the Oregon-Washington border. The righty bat. The first deal on the way from Prescott. Up high and outside, 1-0. Poffenroth plays for Skagit Valley College. With Blackbears hitting .368 on the year coming into today's ball game. That's 13th in the West Coast League. The 1-0. Hits the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Even more impressive than his batting average, though, OPS above 1,000. Inside, outside, bouncer, right side, gets through the hole. His first base hit of the day as Backus fields and throws over to third base. And there's 2 on with 1 out. Prescott has to work out of a jam here early on.
The catcher, number 44, Will Chesky.
Clouds continue to fill the sky. Some peaks of blue, intermittent throughout the sky. But for the most part, dark gray clouds with a strong breeze blowing towards left center field. You know, I've grown up with a lot of rain. Tacoma kid. Have a sense for rain. I'm not sure, but it kind of feels like that as Prescott deals outside 1-0. Obviously, here on the broadcast, don't look at my phone all too much, so don't know what the actual weather is. But if Drew the weatherman wants to step in and take an educated guess, say there's an outside chance. As the 1-0 is slapped hard, left field goes into the trees. That would have been a homer, but it's way foul. That was crushed. Count moves even, a ball and a strike with 2 on. Here to Jeske. The righty catcher faces the 1-1. Over at second, dancing Trenton Rowan. He was halfway off. Prescott steps away. Still runners on first and second in Poffenroth and Rowan. Prescott set at the belt. The 1-1 on the way. Lined right side, caught on the string. Bidwell at first. Out number 2. Thought about throwing it over to second base to double up Rowan, but the first baseman gets back in plenty of time. 2 outs to Josh Hansen, the center fielder. He walked his last time up. Here in the top of the 6th inning. Just over an hour game time. This ball game flying by. Sweets on top 5-3. Prescott set at the belt. Breathes deep, gets the sign. And the first offering on the way. Crushed. Left field goes right in front of Scaldaferri, the left fielder. Getting the wave is Trenton Rowan. The ball comes to the plate. Not in nearly enough time. Rounding third and scoring. And the Sweets up just 1, 5-4 here in the top of the 6th.
The third baseman, number 34.
Trenton Rowan was taking a large lead over at second base. Got off on the bat. He knew it was down. Good base running and it leads to a 2-out RBI. Runners on first and second. Prescott set. The lefties deal on the way. Lined right back up the middle. T snags it out of midair. Runs to his left. Doesn't have to dive or anything, but still a nice play by Trevor T. Continues to flash the glove over at second base, and it's out number 3. The lead shrinks in half. Sweets on top 5-4. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning on the Walla Walla Sweets Network.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
Back at Borleski, to the bottom of the 6th we go. Drew Alba here on the mic, calling a nail-biter in game number 1 between the Sweets and the Blackbears. Walla Walla hanging on, up 5-4 atop of the 6th. That saw the Blackbears scrape across 1 run as Scaldaferri enters. He homered back in the 2nd inning, faces the first pitch, clips the top of the strike zone, 0-1. Sunshine now out towards center field, illuminating the batter's eye. Everywhere else in full shade. Nobody out, the 0-1 on the way. Downstairs, devoured by the dirt, a ball and a strike. Wind continues to blow out towards left center field. Scaldaferri back in the 2nd inning, homeward to left, and really, obviously, he got a hold of it. But the main reason it went out, the wind continually pushed it out over the left field wall. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Righty bats have significantly higher chances to hit a homer out towards left field on their pull side. The wind here in Borleski almost always blowing out towards left field. Scaldaferri behind 1-2 with nobody out, nobody on. The pitch on the way. Fly back, we'll do it again. Good showing here in Walla Walla on a Friday night. Left field bleachers fully covered behind the plate, 80% full as well. The right field bleachers always a little touch and go, maybe 30% full. The 1-2 on the way. Curveball misses outside. Evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes. What a huge homer it was. 2 home runs from the Sweets produced almost all of the offense. 4 of the 5 runs batted in. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Caught him with the outside heat. And it's out number 1 as Scaldaferri goes down on strikes for the first time tonight.
The first baseman, number 57.
Zane Bidwell steps in.
Bidwell.
Singled his last time up. Caught in a pickle in between first and second. Zane Bidwell 3 hits in yesterday's ball game. See-ball, hit ball. What he does best, the pitch. A little bit elevated for ball 1. 1-0. Still out there on the hill, Jake Robinson, the lefty arm committed to Washington State University. The 1-0 to Bidwell. Foul back. Evens up a ball and a strike. Sweets on top, 5-4 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Trying to stay a perfect 4-0 at home with a win. 1-1. Swing and a miss right on top of the curveball that bites the dust. 1 ball and 2 strikes. St. Bidwell, initially a 10-day contract guy, hitting just below 300, played himself into a half-year contract with 1 out, the 1-2. Looked at downstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Zane Bidwell. Something else he does really well is walk. 7 walks on the year. Tied for 4th amongst the Sweets. 2-2. In the dirt. Count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck for the Sweets, Johnny Backus. 0-for-2 on the day. Backus just trying to find a base knock. Hasn't got a hit since last Saturday. Full count. Lefty's deal on the way. Line drive right up the middle, coming under at the center fielder. Hansen makes the play on the run for out number 2. Hard off the bat, doesn't get rewarded for it, and it's a quick 2 outs. Brings up Johnny Backus. On deck, Andrew Deminu. Sweets up in the 6th, 5-4. Backus waves his all-black bat a few times around. The first deal from Robinson to Backus, well away, ball 1. Just to put into perspective, Johnny Backus leads the team with strikeouts, 14 Ks, and 27 at-bats. The 1-0. Downstairs, 2-0. Now, there's no doubt the talent is there for Backus. Now, that's not it. There's a reason he got committed to. Didn't play last year, redshirt at Michigan. Now, trying to get back into the swing of things. The 1-1. Up and inside, 2 balls and a strike. Backus scrapes his cleats a few times, takes a practice swing, and walks back in. 2 balls and a strike is a good start, usually behind in the count. The 2-1 hits the basement and the count runs even. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Backus. The lefty bat awaits the lefty's deal. The 2-2. Hard shot on the ground, foul down the first base side. We'll do it again. Wind picks up. Moving out towards left center field as the American flag ends straight away. You can see all 50 stars and 13 stripes plastered on the gray dark sky. Sun has set behind home plate. 2 outs, the 2-2 on the way. Fly ball out towards left field. Ranging back Stewart at the track, makes the play. Not enough oppo power for Johnny Backus, and it's out number 3. After 6, Sweets on top, 5-4. We enter the top of the 7th inning. Final third, here we go. Walla Walla on top, 5-4. We'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Network.
Makes their way through the stands. Thanks for your help in keeping us.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping.
The second baseman on the 7th, Nicky Garitano.
Sweets on top, 5-4 as we enter the top of the 7th inning. Hello everybody, Drew Alba here on the mic. Walla Walla trying to hang on and win their 2nd straight game. Garitano, the 9-hole hitter, steps in. The first pitch on the way from Prescott misses low, hits the plate for ball number 1. Garitano over 2 on the day with a fly out to left and right field. The next offering scrapes the outside edge. 1 ball and 1 strike. Winds, deals the 1-1. Right back up the middle. Prescott snares it without needing to move. Right back from where it came from. Like a ninja, Prescott in slow motion makes that play, and it's out number 1.
Nelson.
Prescott can do more than just pitch, also plays in the field, can bat, does it all. Apparently, he can also make impressive plays right back up the middle. How about it? Brings up Tyler Nelson, the leadoff bat, faces the first pitch, runs up and outside for ball 1. 1-0. Here in the top of the 7th, Sweets on top, 5-4. The 1-0. Upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. On the way. Hard chopper right back up the Milson, right back up the middle. Once again, it's Prescott that holds, fires, and beats Nelson by a step for out number 2. How about it? Prescott makes another play out there in the field. Line drive back up the middle, and now it's a 1-3 out number 2.
Number 36, Paxton Bigby.
Paxton Bigby steps up. The lefty bat faces the lefty's deal, and it hits him in the head. Bigby ducks into the pitch as that curveball hit his helmet. Shakes it off and walks 90 feet. Bigby's okay, and we move
left fielder number 19.
to the top of the 7th inning here with 2 outs and now a runner on first base. Brings up Finnegan Stewart. Stewart, the righty bat, steps in. Over 2 on the day with a walk back in the 1st inning. The first offering on the way to Stewart. Upstairs, ball 1. Stewart, the righty bat, Utah Tech. Initially from Anaheim, California. 1-0. Pitch. Shot. Left side, one hopper, snared by the shortstop. Sanders tosses the short way to second, and there's out number 3. Sweets on top, 5-4, top of the 7th. No runs for the Cowlitz Blackbears. Will reach the 7th inning stretch, courtesy of the Walla Walla Sweets Network.
This is the last call for service at the beer garden, the right field cider house, and the home plate.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, oh, you have braces? They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
To the bottom of the 7th we go. 7th inning stretch come and gone, and the Sweets still with a 5-4 lead.
Andrew Demanu.
Brings up Andrew Demanu. Steps in. Demanu, the righty bat, on a 10-day contract with the Sweets. 0 for 1 with a walk back in the 2nd inning. The first pitch on the way from Harley, chopped foul first base side. New pitcher out there on the hill. For the Cowlitz Blackbears, it's Harley Eschleman. At a Puget Sound, the pitch whistles inside. Count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike. The incoming senior righty arm relies on an upper 80s fastball. Set at the belt here with nobody out. Sweets on top, 5-4. The pitch, check swing, did he go? He did go around. Strike 2. A couple of oohs and ahs here from the Borleski crowd. Sun has set behind home plate as night turns rapidly, quickly, darker and darker. The 1-2. Just a hair outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nikhil Beasley on deck, the catcher, who's 1 for 2 on the day for the Sweets. Set, kicks and deals. Just gets a piece of it. Clips off Jeski's glove behind the plate. We'll do it again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. What a day for baseball. Now, obviously the 85, 90-degree days with blue skies, picturesque. But these 70-degree days, winds howling as the 2-2, a bleeder over towards second base. Garatino fields it on a line. Doesn't even hit the turf, and it's out number 1.
The catcher number 13, Nikhil Beasley.
Brings up Beasley, like I said, 1 for 2 on the day. Walla Walla leads Cowlitz in the hits department, 6-5. Both teams with 1 error. The first pitch on the way to Beasley, spiked in the ground, ball number 1. 1-0. Eschleman's 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike as Beasley chases the outside heater. Nikhil Beasley, one of the funniest guys on the entire team. Just loves to make people smile as the 1-1 is fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Last night, as Walla Walla and myself traveled back from Portland, a 4-hour bus ride at 11:30 p.m. Didn't get back until 4 o'clock. Took a rest stop, and Nikhil Beasley sprinted out of the bus. So the 1-2 misses well away. Gets past the catcher, Jeske, 2-2. Nikhil Beasley yelling, "I need water, I need water." I said, okay, chill, it's going to be all right. There's water at the rest stop. Runs over, gets a bottle of water, and that put him to bed for a moment as the 2-2 is on a hop down his foot. Nikhil Beasley walks it off for a moment. We'll do it again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So always plays with so much joy, so much poise. Not the typical catcher body either. 6'3", kind of a lanky guy. Right around 200 pounds. The pitch. Fouled away as the ball goes into the nighttime sky over towards right field. 2-2 with 1 out. Sweets hanging on 5-4. Walla Walla comes off a win last night at Portland. A 6-game homestand. On deck here for the Sweets. The 2-2. Another foul ball that goes to right field around the same spot. So count stays right there at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beasley wearing the all-white batting gloves, the white undersleeves with the white top and the white pants, and why not, with the white cleats as well. The 2-2. Inside, outside. It goes over towards the dugout right field line. Foul ball once again. The only thing black, his black bat. Almost plastered on the all-white jersey and accoutrements that he works with. 2-2. Outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one misses the zone by quite a bit. You stack another zone to the right of the already existing zone, and that fastball still probably is outside. Jeske can't even get to the ball as it bounces behind the backstop. Eschliman gets the sign from the belt. The payoff pitch on the way. Pop-up. Right field line. Tailing under it, Rowan. Moves under in foul territory and makes the play for out number 2. Demanu lines out to second, and now it brings up Cole Rogers as Nikhil Beasley pops up to first. Rogers a productive day, 1 for 1 with a walk. In the 9 spot. Colorado Mesa New Mexico State University. 2 outs. The first pitch to Cole. Right down Main Street, 0-1. Eschliman comes set. Kicks. Deals. Check swing off the bat of Cole. Foul territory. 0-2. Rogers steps back in, hitting .231 on the year. 4 walks to his name as well. Behind 0-2, the pitch. Outside, in the dirt, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rogers waves his all black bat a few times. Ready for the 1-2 on the way. High in the sky. Off his bat. Dances into foul territory. Hits the bleachers. A few kids go running for the baseball. And Mr. Blue Shorts down the concourse grabs it. Has himself a souvenir with 2 strikes. Trying to play it off cool to his friends. Oh, hold it up high. You deserve it, my friend. 2 outs. The 1-2 to Cole Rogers. Another pop-up. This even harder off the bat. Over the bleachers down the right field line. The sky, a beautiful shade of dark gray and pink mixed in. Rain holding for right now. No more blue sky to be heard of, though. 2 outs, the 1-2 to Rogers. One hopper over towards first. Fielding it, Rowan throws over to a covering Eschleman at first. In time, out 3. Rogers almost beats it out. He claps a couple times. He wanted the call, doesn't get it. Top of the 8th we go. Sweets on top, 5-4. Hanging on over the Cowlitz Blackbears. We'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Network.
What would you do with an extra $200? Go shopping? Buy that new barbecue for summer. We're making it easy to earn extra cash when a new member opens a free Ascend checking at P1FCU using the promo code MY200. You'll get $200 deposited in your account if you meet the requirements. Open your account and learn how to earn $200 at p1fcu.org/my200. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
Walla Walla's best little secret is out.
Everyone's talking about it.
CDJR of Walla Walla has become a...
To the top of the 8th we go. Still out there on the hill. Ryan Prescott for the Sweets. The lefty arms giving up 1 run in 2 innings pitched. Brings up the 4-hole hitter Trenton Rowan as the heart of the lineup underway. The pitch hits him on the back. Rowan ducks down a curveball that completely lost control from Prescott as he shakes his head. Brings up Gavin Poffenroth. Poffenroth, 1 for 3 on the day. He singled his last time up in the 6th inning. The righty bat, Prescott, got to dig deep here. His team only up 1, 5-4 in the top of the 8th. Set at the belt, kicks and deals, shows bunt, can't get it down, 0-1. Fastball with some nice life to it. Prescott, the two-way player, lives here in Walla Walla. Goes to the community college. Nobody out. Infield in. The 0-1. Can't get it down once again, 0-2. Not only did he didn't pull away, 2 straight times Poffenroth can't find the cowhide. And now got to swing the bat on 2 strikes. Prescott gets the sign from Beasley, his battery mate behind the dish. Nobody out, runner on first. The 0-2 swung on and belted left field line, foul territory. We'll do it again, 0-2. Clouds high above the sky, a deep shade of purple. A beautiful day for baseball as the wind continues to howl out towards left center field. On deck, Will Jeske. 1 for 2 on the day is Jeske. The next offering, just a hair inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beasley frames it, tries to get the call, and just can't do it. Prescott looking for that put-away pitch on 2 strikes with 1 out. The pitch. Weakly hit ball out towards left center field. This gets down. Rogers comes up with it. Fields and fires into the infield in enough time to keep Poffenroth at bay. So runners at first and second now.
The catcher number 44, Will Jeske.
Prescott through 2 innings. How much longer does manager Colby Waterlow leave him out there for? With 2 on. And there's going to be a meeting. Will Jeske and manager of the Cowlitz Blackbears, Dan Spencer, is going to talk things up. Got to have a plan of attack. Down by 1, got to think the bunt might be coming here. Certainly what Bidwell, the first baseman, is thinking. in at the infield grass. Scaldaferri creeping closer as well, but with the runner on second base, potentially they could show a fake bunt, draw in Scaldaferri from third, and then the second baseman, or rather the person on second, Rowan, steals third base. T goes over to second base, the tag applied, he got him! Spaghetti move over to second base, Trevor T draws him in, and it's out one. Rather, that's Billy Scaldaferri, the shortstop. And just like that, Cowlitz, a golden opportunity, starts to diminish. Trenton Rowan trying to get fancy at second base. Troy Sanders, the veteran shortstop, gets it done. The next pitch, outside ball 1-0. Prescott, who plays middle infield, if need be, the two-way player, definitely had that locked down. What a play. 1 out. The 1-0. Popped up behind the netting. 1 ball and 1 strike here with 1 out as a fan makes the play behind home plate. Sweets on top 5-4 here in the top of the 8th inning. Hang on time for Walla Walla, trying to win their second straight ball game. Stay perfect at home. Be their 4th straight win with 1 out. The 1-1. Skied high, ballooned into center field. Rogers calls everyone off, makes the play in shallow left center field, and it's out number 2 here in the top of the 8th inning. Runner still just on first base.
The center fielder, number 23, Josh Hansen.
So at one point, it seemed scary. 2 on, just 1 out, 1 in scoring position, mind you. A pickoff attempt to second, gets the first out, and then out number 2 comes on the pop-up to center field. Brings up Hansen, the center fielder. The lefties deal just a little bit off the black on the outside part of the plate, 1-0. Hansen 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. Prescott deals 1-0. Chopped. Third base side, past Scaldaferri's glove into foul territory. 1 ball and 1 strike. Josh Hansen, the redshirt freshman, goes to USC. Didn't play last year. Came into USC as the 6th ranked outfielder in California, excuse me. The 1-1. Curveball just a little bit north of the strike zone. 2 balls and a strike. Hansen played for IMG Academy, which, mind you, one of the best programs in the entire country in high school. And in junior and senior year slashed .396, .539, .669. The next pitch is fouled back. 2-2. Hansen clearly can get it done in high school, but a year out of competitive baseball can do something to you. Has to take some time getting back into the swing of things. You see that with Johnny Backus for the Sweets, the University of Michigan kid who hasn't played for a year as well. Deuce is wild. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 8th. Pitch on the way. In at the ankles for ball 3. Skips past Nikhil Beasley behind the plate. Running over to second base, Gavin Poffenroth, and there's a runner in scoring position at second base. That's the tying run. Hansen, the potential go-ahead run. Here with 2 outs. Prescott still out there on the hill. The payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew it right past him. And out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Prescott works out of a jam on a pickoff attempt to second base that ends up paying off. We'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Network.
What would you do with an extra 200?
Anything else?
Yeah, can I get some napkins?
Sure. That'll be $1.
For a napkin?
Ridiculous, right? You know what else doesn't make sense? Some people are still paying for their checking accounts. Some places it's $12 a month. At P1FCU, we believe some things should just be free. Open your Ascend checking with tons of great benefits at p1fcu.org/free.
If we win the lottery, we'd remodel our...
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Back in Borleski, to the bottom of the 8th we go. Sweets trying to add on and get some insurance runs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Up 5-4.
Shortstop number 21, Troy.
Walla Walla trying to win their second straight game after taking yesterday's contest against the Pickles 5-3. Troy Sanders steps in, the leadoff bat for the Sweets. The first pitch whistles high, ball 1. Sanders 1 for 3 on the day, reached on a fielder's choice back in the 5th frame. Kicks and deals, the 1-0, slap shot, right side. It wiggles through. Garatino fields it in shallow right center field. Not enough mustard over to first base, and an infield knock for Troy Sanders. Second baseman Nicky Garatino was playing pretty much straight up. And Troy Sanders, opposite, puts it to the right side, brings up Trevor T. T homeward to left field his last time up. A big shot that scored 3. The pitch. He pulls away and it's a balk. Chris Moreno attempted to throw over to first base, but he was already halfway in the delivery to home plate. So nobody out, and now a runner at second base. Sky continues to turn to a nice shade of purple as the pitch runs up and inside. 1-0. Out in right center field, there's actually a rainbow you can see. Look at that. How pretty is that? We'll try to show you guys on our video feed as well, and there it is as the 1-0 misses. Oh no, it hits the bottom of the zone. Look how pretty that is. Purple shade of blue. The rainbow, I mean, my goodness, what a beautiful day for baseball as the rain's held up. The 1-1. Check swing, did he go? He did not as the ball misses away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sweets on top 5-4 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Troy Sanders over at second base. What would be an insurance run for the Sweets. The next pitch, chin music, misses up and in. 3 balls and 1 strike. Trevor T so influential to the Sweets lineup. 2 home runs on the year, both out towards left field here at Borleski Stadium. Can he get it done again with the hitter's count? Wind swirling, 3-1. Pop fly, right field, moves into foul territory, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. T shakes it off a few times. Hopped on a plane to get to Walla Walla yesterday. The 3-2. Curveball, check swing, did he go? He did. T goes around without an appeal over to the field umpire, and it's out number 1.
The designated hitter number 19, Tanner Bird.
Brings up Tanner Kern. DH for today's ball game, 0 for 3, searching for that first hit. The pitch on the way. Cut on and miss, strike one. Tanner Kern, such a dangerous bat for the Sweets. Leading the team in average, 386. With one out, faces the 0-1 on the way. Fouled back, 0-2. If you look at Kern's last few games, though, he won West Coast League Player of the Week heading into Portland. Then in Portland, picks up 3 hits in 3 games. Not awful. Just not that same hot start we saw. The 0-2. Cut on and miss, strike 3. Fools him with an off-speed pitch as Tanner Kern holds his black-barreled bat in his left hand and walks slowly back to the dugout for out number 2.
The third baseman, number 6, Billy Scaldaferri.
With 2 outs, brings up Billy Scaldaferri. His team up 5-4, and his teammate standing over at second base. A couple of GCU kids. Pitch on the way. Curveball. Inside. Did it hit him? It did. Scaldaferri gets clipped in the left shoulder. And now there's runners on first and second for Zane Bidwell. A single from Sanders, a hit by pitch from Scaldaferri. Some traffic on the base paths.
The first baseman, number 57, Zane Bidwell.
Chris Moreno, a couple of Ks here in the bottom of the 8th. The first pitch to Bidwell, just a tad elevated, 1-0, gets the call. Bidwell, I've said it a few times this season, but he just goes out and plays ball. No batting gloves, nothing. The 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0. He just goes out, grabs the wood, and figures out a way to get a base hit. Done it time and time again. Bidwell came into the contest hitting .276. Already has a hit today, 1 for 3. 2-0. Spiked downstairs. 3 balls and no strikes, and Bidwell 1 pitch away from working the bases loaded. On deck, Johnny Backus. What a time it would be for him to come up big. Bidwell up 3-0. The next offering scrapes the basement. 3 balls and 1 strike. With 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs. The pitch on the way. Curveball misses downstairs. Ball 4, and it brings up Johnny Backus. The rainbow out in full force. Out towards right center field. Maybe it's a sign that Johnny Backus can hit it out towards right field. A pot of gold potentially at the end of the rainbow? Who knows? Maybe a pot of gold here in Borleski would be a grand slam from Johnny Backus. He has all the pop in the world, searching for his first home run with the Sweets. The pitch, big swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1. A beautiful shade of pink illuminating the sky here at Borleski Ballpark. Wind howling right to left, out towards left center field. Morena comes set at the belt. The righties deal. Catches the outside corner. 0-2 as Backus slowly walks back out. Waves his bat a few separate times. 0-2. Trying to stay alive with the bases juiced. Sweets up 1. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled back. We'll do it again. No balls and 2 strikes. Backus still trying to maintain his foothold here with the team. Struggled in the early part. Leads the team with strikeouts. Can he come up big behind 0-2 with 2 outs? Bases loaded. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Chases in the dirt. Out number 3, and it ends the bottom of the 8th inning. Good news for the Sweets. Walla Walla still on top by 1. 5-4. To the top of the 9th we go. Cowlitz needs to find a way to get her on. Sweets trying to hold the line. We'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Network.
2024 All-Star.
If we win the lottery, we'd remodel our home.
We'd start with the kitchen.
And out back is where the big trucks will go.
Ben, you don't even live here anymore?
Hey, don't forget about Grandma.
Okay, family meeting. Come on.
Welcome to the Ice Dome.
Welcome back into Borleski Ballpark. To the top of the ninth we go. Sweets on top 5-4, and look who comes out onto the mound. No other than the righty arm, Colby Solomon, in his 4th year with the Walla Walla Sweets, the veteran on the team. Some of his teammates call him Unk. He's been here that long. Played 2 seasons at Gonzaga, now transferred to LC State. The righty arm working with a cutter he just recently developed, changeup, curveball, and his most utilized pitch, the 4-seam fastball. Sweets trying to hang on top 5-4 in the top of the 9th. Pink skies here at Borleski. A beautiful day for baseball. What a moment. The Sweets with a chance. Solomon came into yesterday's game for the Sweets to get 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning against the Portland Pickles and just figured out a way. The first pitch on the way from Solomon hits the outside black, 0-1. What a big spot. 3 outs are needed. The 0-1. Check swing, did he go? Doesn't matter, hits the outside third, 0-2. The next offering misses low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here to Matthew Henning. Henning, 1 for 3 on the day. Solomon, set, winds, deals, pop fly, left field, moving back, Demanu, he ranges, it bangs off the base of the wall. Demanu comes up with it and rolling into second base without a throw, and a leadoff stand-up double for Matthew Henning. Now a pinch hitter for the Blackbears, Sam Davidson, the righty bat out of Lower Columbia College, steps in for Nicky Garatino, the 9-hole hitter. Was 0 for 3, gets taken out of the ball game. Nobody out. Solomon, dig deep time with a runner on second base. Sweets on top, 5-4. How much longer will that stand for? Top of the 9th. Solomon, set, kicks and deals, hits the outside third, 0-1. Set, the pitch, fly ball right side, meanders into foul territory, 0-2. Sweets on top, 5-4. How we got here? Well, Trevor T took one deep. Back in the 5th inning, T with 2 on and 2 outs, smoked one out to left center, gave the Sweets the lead, have not relinquished it since. Hopping at second base, the 0-2 on the way, ground ball right back up the middle. Sanders comes up with it, the throw goes over to first base, tag applied from Bidwell, and it's out number 1. Not a wasted out from the Blackbears by any mean, as moving over to third base without a throw, Matthew Henning. Tyler Nelson now steps in, hitting 200 on the year, 1 for 4 on the day with a single back in the 5th frame. Infield playing in for the Sweets. A big spot Walla Walla trying to take the opening game in this 3-game set between the Blackbears and the Sweets. 5-4, top of the 9th, 1 out. The pitch from Solomon dances away for ball 1. That's a fastball that zipped outside. Beasley does a good job to stop it. Good crowd here on deck. A close contest, the 1-0. Hard shot left side, does it stay fair? It does. It bounces into shallow left center field. Henning touches home and we're all tied up 5 apiece with 1 out. Tyler Nelson gets the job done and this game will be extended to the bottom of the 9th. Now it's all about Walla Walla trying to save the day and Colby Solomon keeping it set at 5-5. That ball rode the chalk for what seemed like an eternity. Bounced 3 or 4 times over the third base bag and just stays fair. Runner on first base brings up Paxton Bigsby. 0 for 3 with a walk as the first pitch in the other batter's box, 1-0. Solomon slammed the door last night. Looks in, the 1-0 on the way, misses downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Bigsby waves his bat a few times. Nelson at first base, Solomon, sign, deals, pitch. Fly ball, left field, moving under it and falling down, Sanders. Count moves 2 balls and 1 strike. The wind is howling out towards left field. Matthew Henning's double definitely aided by the wind, but so was Trevor T's home run back in the 5th and Scaldeferi's homer back in the 2nd inning. A few practice swings from Paxton Bigsby, the DH. On deck, Finnegan Stewart. The pitch on the way from Solomon, off the end of the bat, goes down the third base line into foul territory. Evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lights are shining bright here in Borleski Ballpark. Sky still a nice shade of pink. The rainbow has come and gone out in right center field. Solomon leans in and gets the sign from his battery mate Nikhil Beasley. Sweets knotted up 5-5 here with the Blackbears, top of the 9th. Runner on first, the 2-2, waved and a miss, a sword strikeout, and there's 2 gone in the top of the 9th. Brings up Finnegan Stewart, the left fielder. Stewart heading 250 on the year in 20 tries. Not a single extra base hit to be heard of. With 2 outs, that would need to score Tyler Nelson from first base. Walla Walla tied up 5-5. The pitch from Solomon misses just a hair low, ball 1. Solomon pitched in yesterday's ball game, got 2 outs. It was a ball hit out towards left center field that just stayed in the ballpark to get the final out of the ball game. The 1-0, big swing and a miss, strike 1. Solomon blows it by him, and we're evened up a ball and a strike. Walla Walla entered the top of the 9th up 5-4, but it was Tyler Nelson's single that scored Matthew Henning. 2 outs. The 1-1, just a hair low. 2 balls and 1 strike. A collective groan here from Borleski. Wanted that call. Big spot here for Solomon. 2 outs, the 2-1. Popped up, this'll get it done. Shallow right center field. T moves under it. Called off by Backus, and he's banged out from Backus. T hangs on and makes the play for out number 3. A collision in right center field. Johnny Backus calls off T at the last second. T hangs on though, and the Sweets with a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 9th inning. Colby Solomon couldn't get the save, but limits the damage. We're tied up 5-5. Bottom of the 9th inning. The best time to stay tuned in. Don't go anywhere on the Walla Walla Sweets Network.
Second base for the Blackbears.
Bottom of the 9th, here we go. Sweets tied up at 5 apiece with the Cowlitz Blackbears. Colby Solomon enters the game for the Sweets in the top of the 9th. Can't get the save as the Blackbears scrape across 1 run to tie things up. Staying out there on the hill, Chris Moreno for the Blackbears. And stepping in, the big bat. You know him. You love him. Sweets. Pinch hitter, number 23, Dom Cadiz. The UCLA bat with nobody out. The first pitch to Cadiz, curveball, misses up and in, ball 1. Cadiz, the righty bat with the wind blowing out towards left field, could end this with 1 swing. Homered in yesterday's ball game, the 1-0. In at the hands, but catches the black. A ball and 1 strike. Cadiz went 2 for 4 yesterday. Has never played a lick of college baseball, but one of the most talented players in the West Coast League, no doubt. Stepping off and wanting to talk it over, Chris Moreno out there on the hill with his battery mate, Will Jeske. Dom Cadiz, second on the team, hitting 400 on the year. Swinging a hot bat. No better time to tank one out towards left field. A ball and a strike. Sweets couldn't get it done in the top of the 9th. Can they take the opening game here against the Blackbears? The 1-1. Up at the head, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to Cadiz. Nobody out, nobody on. Sweets tied up at 5 apiece here in the bottom of the 9th inning. It was a 3-run home run from Trevor T to give the Sweets the lead as the 2-1 tails outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. And now another chance for a potential home run on a hitter's count that would end the ball game. Dom Cadiz doesn't need to do too much, though. A walk would get the job done as well, as Nikhil Beasley is on deck. Cole Rogers in the hole. Nobody out. The 3-1. Downstairs, ball 4. Cadiz takes a 5-pitch walk, and it's a leadoff free pass for the Sweets. Ball 4. Cadiz takes a 5-pitch walk, and it's a leadoff free pass for the Sweets. In walks the catcher, Nikhil Beasley. 1 for 3 on the day. Just 2 hits with the Sweets so far. Hitting right around that Mendoza mark. Beasley steps in and shows bunt. Infield's going to crash. The pitch on the way. Pulls back. The ball misses low. 1-0. Beasley trying to just move Cadiz over to second base. No pinch runner for Cadiz. Tied up at 5 apiece in the bottom of the 9th. Set. The pitch from Moreno. Bunt gets laid down. Marina comes up with it. Toss goes over to second base. Squeezed by Rowan, and it's out number 1. Cadiz goes over to second base, and the crowd gives Beasley an ovation. The sacrifice bunt moves Cadiz to second, and the 9-hole hitter, Cole Rogers, steps in. Rogers, 1 for 2 on the day with the walk. 1 out, runner on second, bottom of the 9th, 1 out, the pitch, swing and a miss, over an off-speed pitch, 0-1. Everyone here at Borleski, 1,000 plus, all waiting, watching, anticipating what could be a walk-off base hit from Cole Rogers. Dom Cadiz off with a pitch and a baseball in the gap. 1 out. Throw goes over to second base. Cadiz back without a slide safely. Cole Rogers, a chance to etch his name in the 2025 season for the Sweets for all time. The 0-1, curveball inside, 1 ball. Walla Walla still undefeated on the year here at Borleski. Levi Solomon in the top of the 9th couldn't slam the door on the Blackbears as they scraped 1 across. Can the Sweets do the same and win the ball game? 1 out, runner on second, the 1-1, line drive, right field, going over second baseman, he reaches back and it hits off the glove of Garatino. Cadiz stays at second base. Cole Rogers with a shot out towards right field. Went right in between Garatino and Poffenroth. And the top of the lineup turns around with 2 on. Cadiz was sure someone was going to grab that baseball. He was about 1/3 of the way down the line. Instead of proceeding to third base, scampers back to second. Not a great read off the bat. Either way, still 1 out, and it brings up Troy Sanders. Singled his last time up. Runners on first and second. The first offering misses high, ball 1. Bottom of the 9th, the best frame in base, blowing out towards left center field. And blowing out towards left center field. Nelson goes over to second for 1, on to first in time. Double play, and extra baseball on tap here at Borleski. To the top of the 10th we go. Sweets tied up 5-5 with the Cowlitz Blackbears. We'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Network.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill. Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
To the top of the 10th we go, and a new pitcher on the mound. Lucas Dixon, the righty arm from Columbia, works with a 90-mile-per-hour plus four-seam, a two-seam fastball, as well a changeup, curveball, and a slider. Dixon leans in, and stepping in, coming to the plate, Trenton Rowan. The pitch, up high, ball one. Rowan waves his bat a few times. Dixon set at the belt. The 1-0. In at the hips, but catches the black. Strike one. One ball and one strike. Nobody on. Top of the 10th. Tied up at 5 apiece. Cowlitz tied it up in the top of the 9th as the 1-1 inside ball 2. Then in the bottom of the 9th inning, Sweets were threatening with 2 on. A double play induced from Troy Sanders' bat. And that was that. Extra baseball on tap. The 2-1. Inside, downstairs, ball 3. Three balls and one strike. The pitch. Flown back behind the netting. Count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dixon leans in. Wind blowing out right to left. Nobody on. Here in the top of the 10th inning. Payoff pitch. Foul ball sliced into left field. Dixon's going to do it. Puffenroth. 2 for 2 on the day. The righty bat faces Dixon. The righty's deal. Misses a hair low. Ball 1. 1-0. Dixon set at the numbers. Kicks. Deals. Right down the pipe for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fans have remained here all 9 innings and now into the 10th frame. Game started at 6:35. Just 2.5 hours. This ball game was flying by. The 1-1. Upstairs, 2 balls and 1 strike. Through the first 2/3 of the game, just an hour passed. Since then, things have started to slow down. Now especially as we reach the 10th inning. Dixon set with 1 out. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him. High heat for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. No extra base runner here in West Coast League play. Just an MLB and minor league thing. So there's nobody on with 1 out. Sweets tied up with the Blackbears 5-5. The pitch. Just outside. Everyone here in Borleski thought that was a strike, except for the one making the call. Full count. Sweets tied up 5-5 here with the Blackbears. Top of the 10th. The pitch on the way. Flied back behind the netting. We'll do it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. With 1 out. Any base runner makes your heart rate speed up just a tad here in the 10th inning. Even with no one on. Dixon's got to find a strike. Winds blowing to left field. Lights shining bright on the diamond. The 3-2. Line drive left field over Sanders' head at short. Coming on with the ball. Demanu, he throws it in, and it's a 1-out knock. Brings up Will Jeske.
Catcher number 44, Will Jeske.
Jeske 1 for 3 on the day with a walk in the 5th inning, a single in the 6th. He flew out to center field his last time up. Taps his bat a few times with red and white batting gloves. He wiggles his all-black bat behind his shoulder. Dixon set. Double play depth on. Pitch. Fired. Right side. Goes just foul. Past a diving Bidwell at first base. Off on the pitch was Puffenroth. We'll have to see if he stays with the aggressive base running over at first base. Dixon set. Leans in. The 0-1 to Beasley. Runner does not go. That pitch hits the bottom of the zone. 0-2. Just clips it. Puffenroth with 1 steal on the year. 1 out. The 0-2 on the way. Pop fly right center field. Moving under it, Backus calls everyone off, makes the play high in the sky, and it's out 2. Will Jeske threw his bat back to the dugout, clearly frustrated. Brings up Josh Hansen. The big righty bat. Still searching for that first hit in the ball game. Runner on first with 2 outs. The righties deal just outside, ball 1, 1-0. Jeske, 1 for 10 on the season. Now Hansen up, he's 2 for 19. 2 outs, 1-0. Off the end of the bat, evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hansen with 2 RBI on the year. Here with 2 outs. Dixon was brought here up in the top of the 10th inning. Sweets tied up with the Blackbears 5 apiece. A nail biter here at Borleski. 2 outs, the 1-1. Flied back behind the netting. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 gone. Dixon is 1 strike away. Leans in, gets the sign from Beasley. Sweets tied up, 5-5 here with the Blackbears. Taps his left foot a few times, swivels, throws to first base, back in time. We'll do it again. It's Puffenroth at first. 2 outs. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Peter on the inside corner. Got him. 3 outs, and that means the bottom of the 10th is among us. Sweets tied up with the Blackbears. 5 apiece. Don't go anywhere. Walla Walla on the precipice of a walk-off winner. We'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Network.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote wide.
Back at Borleski, knotted up at 5 apiece here in the bottom of the 10th. The first pitch on the way to T, runs inside, ball number 1. No one on. T wiggles his bat a few times. Moreno's pitch outside. 2 balls and no strikes. The sky continues to darken here in Walla Walla. Lights shining bright. Sweets on the precipice of a walk-off win. 2-0 on the way to T. Inside at the shoulder. 3 balls and no strikes. Walla Walla's had 1 walk-off win this year. It was a walk-off walk last Saturday. T, the 3-0. Up and in, ball 4. A leadoff walk issued from Chris Moreno. Trevor T will take that every day of the week. Up walks Tanner Kern. He's due for a base hit. 0 for 4 on the day. Hits .350 on the year. The lefty bat. Moreno comes set. Gets the sign from Jeske. T takes his lead at first. The pitch shows bunt. Gets it down foul, 0-1. Moreno comes set. Kern shows bunt. The 0-1 on the way. He gets it down the first base line. It's a beauty. Come on onto the ball row, and the first baseman tags Kern, and moving over to second base, Trevor T. Tanner Kern gets his job done, and it brings up Billy Scaldaferri. Sweets tied up with the Blackbears. 5-5 here in the bottom of the 10th inning. 1 gone. The top of the 9th. Blackbears scraped across the run and tied it up at 5 apiece. The first offering to Scaldaferri scrapes the inner corner, 0-1. Since that, it's been scoreless. Sweets couldn't get it done in the bottom of the 9th despite having 2 on. Top of the 10th, no threat, and now the Sweets with a chance. Runner at second, the 0-1 pitch. Line drive left side, it scrapes into left center field. Stewart comes up with the ball, the wave to the plate, dives safely, home! Sweets win! Billy Scaldaferri gets the job done, throws his helmet into the blue sky, and the Sweets win 6-5 after 10. How sweet it is! Walla Walla opens the series with a walk-off winner from Billy Scaldaferri, and that issues a pool party out in center field. Scaldaferri scorches it to left. Finnegan Stewart, the left fielder, threw the ball. It was not a super strongly thrown ball to home plate. A couple of skips to Will Jeske behind home plate. Flying around was Trevor T. Ended up scoring a bang-bang play, and that will do it. Here from Walla Walla, Sweets win 6-5. Scaldaferri gets it done. Homered back in the second frame, his first home run of the year with the Sweets, and then gets it done with a shot out to left field. That'll do it. Sweets win 6-5 over the Blackbears. We'll be back tomorrow night, 6:35. Saturday night baseball. Sweets, a perfect 4-0 at Borleski. Where else would you want to be than at this ballpark? Come out, say hi, support the boys, and if you don't, at least keep watching the stream here on YouTube. Thanks so much for staying patient with us. Stream is giving us some trouble here and there. Nothing we can do about it, but thank you so much for kind of keeping up with us, doing our best here at Borleski. An old ballpark to say the least. Wi-Fi a little spotty. Either way, doesn't affect the game at hand. Sweets win 6-5. Well, that'll do it for us here at the booth. Drew Alba behind the mic saying so long, good night, and enjoy your evening from Borleski Ballpark in Walla Walla, Washington. Good night, everyone.